neighborhood acupuncturist with the Acupuncture and Herbal Medicine Clinic. Hey, I wanted to jump online and get a little bit of insight, just wanted to share. I'm always thinking about diet and how we can improve life, improve your health, that sort of thing. And, I was having a discussion with a patient, and I thought it was kind of interesting what we had talked about. And so I just wanted to share that with you. A lot of people have aches and pains, and the body's kind of like loaded with inflammation, and the body's not really functioning well. The body's tissue and all the cells need to regenerate, and the body needs to kind of like is always continuing to grow and repair, and to enable that at a high level, is what's important when the body needs to heal. And every day the body's healing, okay? Whether you've hurt yourself or not, or surgeries, whatever, the body's changing and replacing old cells and trying to rejuvenate. And we can work against that. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is how sugar can really disrupt hormone balance within the body, whether it's progesterone and estrogen, and for the guys that are worried about testosterone, for example, all of that's very important. So here's a couple of things, and I know a lot of people talk about sugar, but I think if I explain it in a certain way and it really connects with you, you'd think more about it. There's an image in medicine of that diabetic uh, who has trouble with sugar, the body type, okay? The body type, that image of a classic diabetic who has trouble with sugar, is basically the arms and legs are skinny. Okay, the torso is big, but the arms and legs are skinny. That image is saying basically that the body doesn't need to use its arms and legs or its muscles because it's getting what it needs already. It's getting the sugar and the energy and what it needs to function, and it doesn't really have to do much. If you think about nature, which I always think about, with the way I use nature's healing as a sort of a thing that I focus on, something very important within the practice of acupuncture and herbal medicine. In nature, people naturally had to go and get their food, like in primitive times, you got to go hunting. You need your muscles to do that, to go feed yourself. But in a time of decadence, we can just sit down and shove food in our mouth and let our body get big, and our muscles get weak. We don't need them, and that is not how what the body was designed for. The body was designed to move, and we need to stay moving. Okay, we need to keep moving in a balanced way. So that diabetic body doesn't really depict a body that's moving, okay, in a healthy way. And I want to send home another point too. There was a study where they took a blood test of an athlete to measure the amount of growth hormone, okay, in the blood. Then they put the athlete through an intense training. I won't get into the details, but it was like an anaerobic, intermittent anaerobic exercise. And after that exercise, they measured the amount of growth hormone in the body, and it grew exponentially. It was like 500 times greater. Okay, and it went on for several hours, and that was something important. The body needed that to recover from that exercise. But here's the key: if that athlete ate a meal that caused a blood sugar level spike, okay, it spiked the blood sugar level, it caused the blood sugar levels to rise in the blood, in the body, that release of that growth hormone was shut right down. Okay, so basically, again, just think in a natural way instead of getting all lost in all the chemistry and the details and the science. The body needs the growth hormone, the body needs to repair, the body needs to move. But with too much sugar, that all that growing process gets shut down, and that really relies on hormonal balance and wellness. Okay, so too much sugar can disrupt the hormones and create all sorts of problems, create weakness in the body. And then you injure yourself and you have trouble healing and you got chronic pain and it goes on and on and on because the natural functioning, the chemistry, the hormonal balance is not healthy. One other analogy that I would give you is what does sugar do in the body? And just from a natural sense, in traditional Chinese medicine, sugar, sweets can tend to moisten and it can cause things to expand, if you will. Okay? Think about gaining weight. Um, think of a garden. Instead of thinking of your body, think of your body like a garden. And if that soil was too wet all the time, okay, the roots would start to rot. The leaves would wither. The plant wouldn't grow well. That function of extracting nutrients from the soil and extracting moisture from the soil, it would become disrupted. The roots just wouldn't work well, right? The plant would not thrive. And so this is an issue with too much sugar in the body. It creates a condition we call dampness in traditional Chinese medicine. And this is a sort of thing that weighs heavy on the body. Oftentimes it comes with fatigue. You feel like you're carrying more weight than usual. You don't have enough energy to move your body or for the body to move its circulation because the moisture in the body is kind of stuck and stagnant. It's too thick and sticky and it's not able to move well. And if you take that sugar away, say instead of eating a lot of foods that are high density sugar sources, you think about the sweets, the normal sweets, right, that everybody is aware of. But there are things where we get sugar from you're not aware of. All the carbs, all those cereals, the grains, okay, rice, pasta, bread, white potato, oatmeal, whatever, all the cereals, right? They deliver a lot of sugar. They can break down, particularly if they're processed like bread and pasta. They'll put a lot of sugar into our body. Okay, and we need to take that away so that our body can kind of dry up a little and not have all that inflammation in it. Okay, so if you, instead of eating a meal, say every day where there's some kind of carb in it in the meal, try to skip those carbs. Have some proteins like meats, beans, for example, eggs, and some non-starchy veggies, broccoli, salads, stir fries, things like that. Those combinations are good, but without, say, the bread, without the pasta, without the potatoes, right? Without the cereals, the grains. Maybe one meal a day, you have some rice, okay? A little bit, not a big giant plate, okay? That's another problem. This food tends to be cheap, and we fill our plates with it, and that's what we do with the value of our food. That's how we value our food. We don't value it. We buy all the cheap stuff that we can get a lot of, which is the pasta, the cereals, the grains. I'm guilty of it too. So I'm not, I've been through it. I live it. I can see when I do good and better, and then there's times where I kind of fall off the wagon. So this is how I play with it. I try to avoid the sweets. Um, and I try to make better choices when I have meals and not load it up with pasta and rice and bread and potatoes. I try to have good quality meats and some lots of colorful veggies, and that's most of the meals. And then maybe one meal a day you have some pasta. Of course, when you go to make diet changes, you should talk to a professional and make sure you're working things out right for your health because everybody is unique, has their own needs health-wise, medically, and also talk to a professional. Come talk to me. I offer free consultations. You can go to my website, natureshealing.info, and request a free consultation, and you can come in, we can talk, we can go over your health history and figure it out together. See if I can offer some help, get you on a better path. All right. I hope this video was helpful. Please like and share and comment, and maybe get a conversation started, and I can find out other things that you might be interested in that I could talk about. I'm always looking to share some free info and get you thinking about things in a natural way. Okay, natural healing. All right, until next time, keep on the sunny side.